as a champion against the forces of darkness. Who will answer the call?
I'll have whatever he's having.
Like Zoink Scoob, we're totally filming a movie review, Scoob. Like, I think I might need a Scooby snack. Yes, that is correct. The Scooby-Doo 2002 iteration. This live-action movie was quite great in its time, and in fact, it still holds up today. Probably no thanks to the writing direction of James Gunn. Also, he's from my town, so gotta love him. This movie was, and still, again, remains an epic tale in terms of comedy gold. For me in my childhood, it was essentially the quintessential film that was Scooby-Doo. This was the gold standard, and then when Scooby-Doo 2 came out, I was just, let's go, I'm in. Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, he is again, just amazing. And even today, even in his one little minor role in Five Nights at Freddy's, he does such great work. And I just love his iteration when it comes to the character of Shaggy. I saw an interview a couple of years ago to where before he auditioned for the role of Shaggy, he would scream to the top of his lungs in his car. And the director walked by and was like, "What's going on over here?" I always wanted to like sound like Shaggy. Don't know if I do, man. But like, I don't know. I used to be a voice actor back in the day, back when I was a kid. And by voice actor, I mean like I epically failed at voice acting. One thing I found very interesting about this movie, I was fighting with myself on the idea of the Mystery Incorporated gang abandoning Scrappy-Doo. He's a weird, wacky dude that you probably don't want to be friends with, but he's still a part of your friend group, and so you just kind of have to go with it. The time was ticking, and they took the opportunity that they did, and thus Scrappy-Doo became a villain. And the big issue with me in terms of, you know, that is just animal abuse. Just imagining that situation in real life is disgusting. But in terms of the movie, I think this works. I think the gang, they were perfectly fine with the decisions that they made.
Puppy power, huh?
And he wasn't even a puppy. He had a gland disorder.
Now, we did mention Shaggy. I feel like it's fair to the rest of the gang if we mention them as well. I think everyone here also does such a great job, not to the extent of what Matthew Lillard provided us, but everyone, even including Freddie Prinze Jr. I think even him as Fred, he did just a great job. Daphne, great job. Velma, I love Velma.
Oh, you think I'm gonna fall for that? Giving me my own nickname? Trying to make me feel like part of the gang.
I think everyone here just, they brought their A game, and they not only made their characters their own, they made the Scooby-Doo gang the Scooby-Doo gang. They took their mannerisms, they took their voices, they took their actions, and they amplified it in live action. Now, this movie is not pure gold or anything. It's far from cinematic masterpiece. It's not probably in Scorsese's top 10 films of all time. But this movie, it does shine where it shines, including all the categories that I recently mentioned. I think everything here is accurate for a Scooby-Doo fan. However, in terms of a movie watcher going into this who doesn't really appreciate or understand the lore of Scooby-Doo, they may look at this movie and go, yes, I don't believe that this movie is for me, you say. I think it's just for somebody else that's not me, and that would be the Scooby-Doo gang.
Scoob? See?
Knowing the gang themselves and then all the jokes throughout the movie, everything just kind of blends together. When Shaggy and Scooby are in the van, you immediately see the outside of the van and all the smoke. I mean, you're just automatically assuming that they're having a barbecue and literally nothing else. And like, this movie's totally like an anime because it is an anime. This movie is a time skip anime. It's the second half to the actual cartoons. They all come back a couple of years later. They're all slightly somewhat different. Daphne, she doesn't want to be the damsel in distress. She wants to be a kick-butt girl who saves the day. Fred, I guess, I don't know if he really actually changed or not, but Fred is Fred.
And I really think the Velmster should take it from here.
Velma also did a lot of changing. She applied all of her smarts over to NASA. You know what? I totally forgot to discuss the plot of this movie, which features the Scooby-Doo gang breaking up.
I quit.
No.
Yes, it's sad, it's tragic, you don't want it to happen. Say it ain't so! However, a couple of years later, they reunite under some false pretenses as they're all individually invited over to Spooky Island to solve the mystery of why these crazy college kids are all subtle and calm and chill. Like, what's going on there? However, it turns into an utter fiasco with actual monsters involved, and this is a whole new tale for the Scooby-Doo gang. This movie was one of the first few Scooby-Doo iterations to diverge from the old. That was, they unmasked an old creepy man who would always darn their stupid dog. And the villain of this movie, while set up appropriately so, but also could have been done so a little bit better, the villain was in the reveal, it was all just, it was something special. It was hilarious. It was funny seeing his introduction that in Scrappy-Doo. Yes, I'm sorry, again, I'm spoiling it. I'm spoiling the movie. It's a great film. Go watch it. No, seriously, if you like Scooby-Doo, if you like Halloween, by the way, happy Halloween. I mean, clearly I'm wearing my very, very cheaply made costume. Like Scoob. I thought you said this was polyester, man. Is polyester even expensive? You know, that's not really the point of this review. We're talking about Scooby-Doo. But yes, Scrappy-Doo as the main villain of this movie, you don't even know that until near the very end. And I mean, it does kind of make sense once you see the scene of him being introduced. Now he wants to take over with world domination.
All I need to complete my transformation is Scooby-Doo.
What you mean, Melvin Doo?
I got a call for a Mr. Doo.
Melvin Doo?
Scooby.
And by no means is Scrappy-Doo the most compelling villain or anything. He wants to take over the world. He's probably one of the most brain-dead villains in all of movie history.
So I got a little cranky.
Gee, Scraps, no reason to freak out like a jerk and try to kill all humanity.
I would have gotten away with it too, if not for your meddling son of...
But that's just kind of the charm with Scooby-Doo. It's not about him. It's all about the gang reuniting and learning new ways and experiencing their friendship all over again. And also going along with the Scooby-Doo and Shaggy plotline, just kind of getting a little bit angry with each other. And then they learn to say sorry. And they move on. They don't break up like how the gang did in the beginning of the movie. They don't do that. Yeah, they take their time a little bit. Shaggy spends some time with Mary Jane, maybe a little bit too much time with Mary Jane. I just don't know what he's doing with Mary Jane all the time. And Scooby-Doo over here just being a sacrifice. Yeah, he's just being a sacrifice. Feels very spoiled, Scooby-Doo. I mean, come on, get over yourself.
I'm a sacrifice. A sacrifice.
Dude, that's not a good thing, Scoob.
And all in the process, they reconvene and save the day. At the core of things, Scooby-Doo is absolutely the mascot of this movie, but Shaggy is primarily the main character. We know what he's going through. He just lost his group of friends, now they're all back, and it feels as though he's really trying to tie them all back together. Shaggy, man, he's been through the dumps, and that's honestly one of the greatest fears in life is losing friends. You're never really taught in life growing up how to deal with something like that.
Let's do that thing where we all put our hands in, we lift them up, and we go, woohoo!
People are watching, Shag.
Roll.
Yeah, Scoob, bro.
Mr. Ink will be there.
Solving mysteries, man.
Righting wrongs, looking for clues, and kicking butt.
But it's also possible to salvage those relationships and to become even greater friends because of those times. And learning that from this Scooby-Doo movie is all I could ever want. Guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for my movie review of Scooby-Doo 2002, the live action movie, the first one. There is a second one. I would love to talk about it, maybe next Halloween, maybe sooner if you guys absolutely just demand it. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to leave a like on the video because, you know, likes, they do help the YouTube channel grow. And this video sees a lot more success with likes, comments, all the watch time, like watching this from like 0 seconds to however long it is. It means YouTube will send this out to other people to watch. And as a very small channel, yeah, I would be very chill with that. I would be very, very appreciative. Yes, it would mean a lot to me, so thank you. And also hitting that subscribe button with the notification bell to let you guys know when my next movie review will be posted. So stay tuned for that. My name's Austin, like totally not Shaggy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Oh, you're still here.